In this video, I'm going to be going over the 6 different credit cards that offer some form of companion pass or companion certificate, so your plus one can travel for free or nearly free after paying like a base fare and some taxes and fees. All the terms and conditions are different for all the different companion passes, which is why this video can be helpful for some of you. So we're going to go over those 6 cards to see if any of these companion certificates might be able to save you guys money as you're taking round trips with a friend or a spouse or something like that. My name's Abram. I like to make videos on traveling for cheap or travel hacking, so if that's something you're interested in, please subscribe so I can show you more videos on that topic. And please remember to leave a like if you end up liking this video, because that actually helps my channel out a lot. So with that, let's jump into the 6 credit cards that offer some form of companion pass or companion certificate. Now the first card on my list is the Alaska Airlines Signature Visa credit card. This card has an annual fee of $75, and every year on your account anniversary you will receive a companion fare ticket. This allows you to book a ticket and then get a second ticket for someone on the same reservation for a base fare of $99 plus taxes and fees that start at $22, which adds up to $121 total. It could be more if taxes and fees end up being more, but in my experience, Alaska Airlines fees typically aren't too bad. So I would expect this companion fare ticket to end up costing somewhere in the $120 to $150 range, which is really a great deal. It can allow you to save a lot of money on a round trip flight for you and your wife, for instance. If you're traveling, those tickets can cost $400, $500, $600, and getting that reduced to $150, it can really save you a lot of money, especially when the annual fee on the card is only $75. So some of the terms and conditions for this card companion certificate is the cardholder does not actually have to be on the reservation. You can use this companion certificate to book tickets for anyone else if you want. If your wife and daughter are going somewhere, you can use this companion certificate for them. You don't have to be on the reservation. It can only be used for economy tickets. The certificate cannot be used with award travel, so you do have to book the first ticket with cash in order to use this perk. The certificate does not roll over if it's unused, so the expiration date should be listed on this companion certificate when you receive it, so just keep that in mind and make sure you use it before it expires. Another limitation is you can only use this certificate on flights with Alaska Airlines. You can't use it on any partner airlines, which does limit the places you can fly pretty significantly. As you can see on this map, you can only fly to places Alaska Airlines flies. So that's Alaska, the lower 48, Hawaii, and some North American and Central American countries, Belize, Costa Rica, Canada, and Mexico. You're not going to be able to use this to fly tickets to Europe, for instance, but there's a lot of good places to go for vacation in Alaska Airlines range. So if it's something you're interested in, you can definitely get a lot of value out of it. Now, one of the great things about this credit card at this specific time, at the time of recording, is that part of the bonus is offering a companion certificate. You would not normally be able to get the companion certificate for your first year. You'd have to wait until the account anniversary after you've had the card for a year, but the terms of the credit card bonus right now state that you get a 50,000 mile bonus and Alaska Airlines companion fare for $121. And the 50,000 bonus is after spending $2,000 or more in purchases within the first 90 days. And the points guide values Alaska Airlines points at 1.8 cents per point. So that bonus is worth around $900 just in points, plus whatever value you can get out of the companion fare. So if you're wanting a companion fare quick and not wanting to wait a year before you get that on the account anniversary, this is a great card where you can potentially do that. Some of the other perks of the card is you get a free checked bag on Alaska Airlines flights for yourself and up to 6 other guests on the same reservation, which each checked bag round trip per person costs about $60. So that's $360 worth of potential savings if you happen to be traveling with a group that big. And you also get 3 times miles back on Alaska Airlines purchases and 1 times miles back on all other purchases. So the next card we're going to look at is actually a set of cards, the Delta SkyMiles Platinum and the Delta SkyMiles Reserve credit cards from American Express. And I'm going to go over these together because they're both Delta companion certificates and they have almost the exact same terms and conditions. The Reserve has a little bit more benefit, but we'll talk about that as we go through it. This is just like the Alaska Airlines benefit, where you will get the certificate awarded at your account anniversary after a year of having the card, and then every year after that. Some of the terms and conditions of this benefit is you have to pay taxes and fees of no more than $80. I actually saw $75 in some places on Delta's website, so I don't know for sure if it's $75 or $80. Doesn't make that much difference, but to sum up, this is a little cheaper than what you find on basically any other airline. Alaska Airlines, again, was like $120 to $150. This is not going to cost you, it says, no more than $75 or $80. So really, you can end up saving a lot of money on this if you use it correctly. It's valid for domestic tickets only in the lower 48. So that is a little bit of a downer, not like the Alaska Airlines. You can't fly to other countries, you can't fly to Alaska or Hawaii, but there's a lot of places in the lower 48 that obviously you can travel to. It must be used for round-trip bookings. The cardholder does not need to be on the flight. They just need to purchase the tickets with their SkyMiles card, very similar to the Alaska Airlines. This is valid for main cabin tickets for the Platinum credit card, but for the Delta SkyMiles Reserve credit card, it is valid for main cabin, Comfort Plus, or first class. So the Delta SkyMiles Reserve has a higher annual fee, but if you use it for a first class companion certificate, obviously you're going to be saving a lot more money on that ticket. It would have been a lot more expensive just to purchase it. So some of the other benefits of the cards, let's just go over them individually. The Platinum card, first of all, has an annual fee of $250, so it is kind of steep. You'll have to get a better companion certificate redemption in order to really get your money back, but the card also has other benefits. It's currently offering a credit card sign-up bonus of 50,000 bonus miles and 5,000 MQMs, which help you reach status quicker. After spending $2,000 in purchases on your card in the first 3 months. And with the points guy valuation for Delta points, that's a $705 just for the points. MQMs don't really have a dollar value that I know of, but if you're going for status, they will help you get there faster. The Platinum gives you a free checked bag on your flights, a whole bunch of travel insurances, trip delayed, lost baggage, rental car insurance, and it really has a whole bunch of other benefits. And then over to the Delta SkyMiles Reserve card, that card has an annual fee of $550, but again, it has the better companion certificate where it can be used for Comfort Plus and first class, so you can get a lot of the money back in that scenario if you use it well. The current bonus that is being offered is 50,000 bonus miles and 10,000 MQMs instead of the 5,000 that were offered on the Platinum. And then some of the other perks are you get your first checked bag for free, you get access to Delta Sky Club and the Centurion Lounge, which if any of you have been in those before, you know they are very nice. I can attest for sure. The Delta Sky Club at my home airport is definitely the nicest lounge that I've been to in the whole airport, and I love to visit it. You get all the travel insurances on the Platinum card plus trip cancellation insurance. You get upgrade priority and just like a whole other list of benefits that I'm not going to go all into now. This video is mainly about the companion certificates, but if you're interested in those, please, I'll have a link in the description below where you can click on to get more information. So the next card on the list is the Lufthansa Miles & More World Elite MasterCard. This card has an annual fee of $89, and as a perk of the card, just like the other two, after your account anniversary, you will receive a companion certificate, and you will get another certificate every year on your account anniversary after that. So this ticket, like the previous, cannot be used with award travel for the first ticket, so you have to buy the first ticket with cash. Some of the other terms and conditions, it's only eligible for economy travel departing from the US to Europe, Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. So no Central or South America if that's something you were interested in traveling to. It applies only to H, M, Y, or B fare codes. And the thing about these is they are not discount economy fares, so they can be quite a bit more expensive than the lowest price economy tickets. So they're sort of forcing you to buy more expensive tickets in order for you to use this companion certificate, which is a bit of a bummer. Cardholders must pay taxes and fees on both tickets, which can really be very high on Lufthansa Airlines. From what I was reading, I'm not sure. Obviously, do the research for yourself, but it really doesn't seem like you can get very good value with this Lufthansa companion certificate. It seems like since you're having to book increased value tickets, you end up spending more, and then you still have to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars with taxes and fees on the companion certificate. So unless you're ending up buying tickets that would have been really, really expensive, it seems like in most circumstances you don't end up saving very much money with these companion certificates with Lufthansa. But that's just the impression I got from my research. If any of you have had experience with this, please leave a comment below and tell us what your experience has been, and maybe I'm wrong, but from what I read, that seems to be the case with this credit card. Some of the other benefits of this card is it's currently offering a sign-up bonus of 50,000 award miles after spending $3,000 in purchases on the card in the first 90 days. And the points guy valuation for these points is around $1,000. So that's a pretty hefty bonus if you like to fly on Lufthansa. You also receive complimentary Lufthansa Business Lounge vouchers for lounge access after each account anniversary. So you don't get those the first year. You have to wait till your account anniversary to get those. and you get 2 miles back per dollar spent on Lufthansa purchases and 1 mile back per dollar on all other purchases. So then the next 3 cards I'm going to talk about are in a little bit of a different category than the cards we already talked about. All the ones we previously talked about, you got your companion certificate simply as a feature of having the card, paying the annual fee, and going past those account anniversaries. The next 3 cards, you actually have a minimum spend you have to reach every year in order to get the companion certificate every year. So you really will only be able to get this card unless you're a really high spender if you use this card as basically your only card. So it's a little bit more of a pain that you have to do in order to get it back, but with that, let's talk about them. The first card is the British Airways Visa Signature Card. This card has an annual fee of $95, and every calendar year, if you spend $30,000 or more on the card, you will get an annual companion certificate. This is kind of a unique certificate because you can use it for a companion certificate with British Airways, or you can use it for 50% off a solo ticket. So that really is a little bit more versatile in how you can use that. It is only valid for British Airways mainline flights that originate and return to the US. So this is kind of really that US to Europe companion certificate that could really get you cheap tickets there. But again, you have to spend $30,000 on your card every calendar year in order to get that companion certificate every year. So let's look at some of the potential benefits of this card. Currently, at the time of recording, it's offering an up to 100,000 Avios points bonus, depending on what level of spend you can reach on the card. You'll get a 75,000 Avios points bonus after spending $5,000 in the first 3 months. And then you can potentially get another 25,000 point bonus if you spend $20,000 in the first 12 months. So really you can tell by the bonus that they're offering, the minimum spend, and the companion certificate terms, minimum spend of $30,000, that they're really trying to get you to use this as your primary card and put a lot of spend on this card. That's really the kind of person they're going for. So there's some other kind of funky benefits on this card. You can get up to $600 reward flight statement credits, but you can only get credit when you book a reward flight traveling to London on British Airways. So really a narrow focus there if you're traveling to London. That's up to 3 reimbursements you can get per year, and it'll be a $100 reimbursement if you book economy or premium economy, and a $200 reimbursement if you book business class or first class. So you only get that full $600 if you did 3 different times to London in business or first class. You could also get 3 points back per dollar spent on British Airways purchases and 1 point back per dollar on all other purchases. So again, in order to get the companion certificate, you have to reach the $30,000 spend requirement in a calendar year. And if you are interested in this, I don't think I mentioned this before, but for each of the cards I am talking about in this video, I'm going to put a link down in the description. There are a bunch of websites out there like NerdWallet, Million Mile Secrets, thepointsguy.com that have really compiled in-depth guides on how to use each of these companion certificates and some of the nuances of them. So if you want to look at any of those in a lot more detail, it would take me way too long to go through all of them in this video, but I'll put all the links in the description below. So the next card on the list is the A Advantage Aviator Red World Elite MasterCard. This card has a $99 annual fee, and each year on your account anniversary, you can earn a companion certificate good for 1 guest at $99 plus taxes and fees if you spend $20,000 or more on purchases on your account, and your account remains open for 45 days after your anniversary date. So very similar to the last card, this one has a $20,000 minimum spend in order to hit that companion certificate instead of the $30,000 that the British Airways card had. And the companion certificate is good for 1 round trip qualifying domestic economy fare ticket for a guest at a cost of $99 plus taxes and fees, which according to the terms and conditions of the card can range between $21.60 and $43.20. So based on those taxes and fees, your ticket for the +1 is going to be like the Alaska Airlines card, somewhere in the $120 to $145 range, it seems like, which depending on how you use it, you can easily find flights that would cost you hundreds of dollars more than that, so you can get hundreds of dollars of savings with this companion certificate with this card. And again, I just want to reiterate, it is only good for domestic flights, so you will not be able to use this companion certificate for international travel. So this card is currently offering a sign-up bonus of 50,000 American Airlines points after spending nothing. There is no minimum spend requirement for this card. I guess it's not nothing. You do have to make some kind of purchase and you have to pay the $99 annual fee, and then you will immediately after that be eligible for that 50,000 point bonus. And according to the points guy evaluation for A Advantage points, this bonus of 50,000 points is worth around $885. So even before you factor in the companion certificate, there's a round trip flight or more that you can get just with that sign up bonus. The card also offers a free checked bag, preferred boarding. You can get up to $25 back as a statement credit on in-flight Wi-Fi on American Airlines flights. You can get 2 miles back per dollar on American Airlines purchases and 1 mile back per dollar on everything else. So again, to reiterate, this card offers a companion certificate, but you have to spend $20,000 on the card in a calendar year in order to get that companion certificate every year. So the next and last companion certificate credit card I'm going to be talking about is the Aer Lingus Visa Signature Card. This card has an annual fee of $95, and it's kind of an interesting one. It has a very narrow use case, but it is a companion certificate card. Every year, after you make purchases of $30,000 or more on this credit card, you'll earn a companion ticket good for 12 months. All travel must originate and return to the US and is only valid on flights between the US and Ireland. So again, very limiting in where you can use this. Only valid on flights between the US and Ireland, and it has to be from the US to Ireland and back. There are no surcharges on this ticket, and there's no restrictions or blackout dates for the redemption. So if you are interested in traveling to Ireland and interested in putting 30,000 on this card, it is probably a very good companion certificate. But again, that's probably a very small number of people. The card is currently offering a sign-up bonus, basically the same as the British Airways card was. It is up to 100,000 Avios points depending on spend. If you spend up to $5,000 on the card in the first 3 months, you'll get 75,000 point bonus, and then you can get an additional 25,000 point bonus if you spend up to $20,000 on the card within the first 12 months. You will also earn 3 points per dollar on flight purchases made directly with Aer Lingus, British Airways, Iberia, and Level. 2 points back per dollar on hotel accommodations purchased directly with the hotel, and 1 point back per dollar on everything else. You also get priority boarding on Aer Lingus flights. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Those are the 6, or I guess it was 7 cards since there was 2 Delta cards packaged together. Credit cards that offer some form of companion certificate as a perk of having the card. Again, remember, I put links in the description below that have a bunch more information on each of these different kind of companion certificates that will give you more information about some of the terms and benefits and how to use them in the most advantageous way. I'll put those all in the description below. Please leave a like on this video if you found this information useful. Leave a comment if you have any questions or comments or disagreements on the things I had in this video. And please subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos on traveling for cheap or travel hacking. Thanks, bye.